I believe you all have seen the video of Umahi and Rufai of Average News get into an heated argument concerning the cost per kilometer of the coastal highway. And it was really quite shameful the way the whole thing turned out. Governor Makinde tackles David Umahi over his explanation of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. This is what he had to say.
It was awarded for 10 billion naira, 65 kilometers at that particular time. It's a very simple translation. 65 divided by 10 billion, that's something like 153 million a kilometer. How would they ask a minister, so how much is the coastal road? And then you're dancing around, going to say, no, next kilometer is different from next kilometer. Yeah, what is the average cost? When we did Oyo to, it said it was about 9.9, almost 10 billion as well, but this time around, 34 or 35 kilometers. Average cost 238 million per kilometer. When we did Oyo, no, it's saying to Ogbomoso, 76 kilometers, was about 43 billion.
It's quite simple to get average cost per kilometer. Quite simple. Governor Makinde just explained it. The total cost of the project divided by the kilometers will tell you the average cost per kilometer. The fact that David Umahi cannot give the average cost per kilometer further deepens the conspiracy and the legit thought of massive corruption in this coastal highway. He was saying that the kilometer A is different from kilometer B, blah blah blah. So you can have an average cost. If you've done 50 kilometers, at what cost was that 50 kilometers done? You bring up that cost and you divide it by the kilometers, that will give you the average cost per kilometer. That's why it's called average. Average takes into account the fact that each kilometer is different. Some kilometers might have bridges, some might not, which makes the cost. That's why the average cost will tell you what it will cost to do that project per kilometer. But David Umahi, who called himself a professor in engineering, clearly did not want to answer that question, because obviously putting a figure out there might actually be him incriminating himself in a future investigation. See you guys in the next one.